Ever imagine betting like almost half FF of your company's value on one single thing?
Oof, that's a bold move.
That's exactly what MicroStrategy has been doing with Bitcoin.
Really interesting stuff.
Yeah, and we're diving deep into that today. So we've got a whole stack of articles and research here.
Awesome.
Yeah, trying to figure out, how MicroStrategy is playing this whole Bitcoin game.
It's wild to me that it's not like, a tiny startup doing this. We're
Right.
talking MicroStrategy, publicly traded,
Right.
market cap something like $95 billion.
Huge company.
And they are all in on crypto.
So, okay, first, just the sheer scale of this. MicroStrategy owns 423,650 Bitcoins.
Wow.
Over 2% of all the Bitcoins that there are.
That is mind-blowing. So,
Yeah.
like, in today's market, that's about $42 billion.
Yeah.
And they bought in, on average, at $60,000 a Bitcoin.
Right.
So, I mean, think about that. That's 44% of their company's total value.
It's incredible. They've been buying tons of Bitcoin, like, for years now.
Oh.
Even selling shares,
Hmm.
taking on debt,
Hmm.
all to buy more Bitcoin.
I mean, that shows commitment.
It does. So why? Why are they so sure about Bitcoin?
Well, their CEO, Michael Saylor, he is totally convinced Bitcoin will be valuable in the long run.
Right.
He thinks it's like digital gold because, there can only ever be 21 million Bitcoins.
Right.
Limited supply makes it valuable, he says.
So, is that true?
Mm.
Is Bitcoin really like digital gold?
Yeah, that's the debate, right?
Right.
Some people do compare it to gold.
Right.
Scarce, durable, maybe a hedge against inflation,
Right.
easy to send around the world. Those are all pluses.
It's not exactly the same, is it?
No, I mean, gold has been around for a long, long time as a store of value.
Right. Thousands of years. Bitcoin's what, like a teenager at this point?
Yeah, and its price swings all over the place.
Exactly. Way more volatile than gold.
For sure.
So isn't it super risky for MicroStrategy to be this tied to Bitcoin?
Mm.
What happens if it crashes?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question, right?
Yeah.
Their stock is now basically moving with the price of Bitcoin.
Right.
If Bitcoin tanks, MicroStrategy probably does too.
Right.
High risk, high reward.
Okay, so there's this thing in the MicroStrategy reports called reduced share count change. They say it's 68.7% because of their Bitcoin holdings. Honestly, I had no idea what that meant.
Yeah, that's jargony. But let's try to break it down.
Okay.
Imagine a pie. You own a slice. Now, the pie gets way bigger because of Bitcoin going up. Your slice is the same size, but the whole pie is worth more, so your piece is worth more too.
Okay, so it's kind of like how much extra value each share has because of the Bitcoin.
Exactly. It's a way of showing how much the Bitcoin investment is theoretically benefiting shareholders.
So what do you think other companies and, average investors should take away from all this?
I mean, it makes you think, right? How we decide what things are worth, whether it's old stuff like gold or new stuff like crypto.
It's a whole different way of thinking about investments, isn't it?
Totally. Like, we're used to stocks, bonds, real estate, but crypto throws a wrench in the works.
So we've talked about how huge MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings are.
Yep.
And how risky their strategy is.
For sure.
But here's the big question, right? Could this be just the beginning? What happens if every big company starts buying tons of Bitcoin?
Right. That changes everything.
What would that world even look like? Would it be amazing or a total disaster?
Hard to say, but it's worth thinking about. Definitely worth weighing both the good and the bad before jumping in.
For sure.